Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the February 24th, 2016 Board of Public Works meeting. At this particular time, I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes from the February 17th, 2016 meeting.
I move to approve.
I will second. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then, answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? They've been approved. Next, we have the Register of Claims.
Good morning, Audrey Jones, City Controller. I have 4 regular Board of Works claims for the week. The first one I'm going to talk about is your regular civil claims for the week. They are $280,223.91. Within those set of claims, there was nothing unusual. I have our IU Health claim for the week for $76,801. We have our prescription plan and our other IU Health plan for $242,802.94. And then we have our community development claims for the week, which total $29,849.87. Again, there was nothing unusual within those set of claims.
Okay. Anybody here that has any questions or comments then regarding the Register of Claims? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the Register of Claims as presented.
I move we approve.
And I will second. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then, answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? They've been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have Audrey Jones, the City Controller, presenting quotes for vehicles.
Hi, I got 3 quotes for vehicles for the mayor's car. We had, it's an Acadia. There was one quote from, hold on, I got to look at the name because I was looking at, trying to find places close to Muncie, Indiana. Ed Martin was one, and it was $50,144. The actual price was $53,955 with the, they had a savings of $3,811 on it. Then we had a one from Andy Moore, and it is $50,549, and that had it was actually $54,125 with a savings of $3,576. And then we had one from Stoops Automotive, which was $49,907. We ended up going with Stoops Automotive, and it is a lease for 3 years for $681,000. Well, actually, we haven't gone with them yet, but I'm asking if we can go with Stoops Automotive. That is my recommendation to the board since it was the lowest of the 3 vehicles.
Okay. Do you have on the quote from Stoops?
Yes.
Am I not? Maybe I'm not. Just don't see it. Do you have it with you, or do you have?
It's actually an email from that Henry Follis. It's the first one. It says all-wheel drive. $49,907.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I see it now. So we had one from Stoops for that amount. We had one from
Andy Moore.
Andy Moore Chevrolet, and then we had another one from
Ed Martin.
Ed Martin. Okay. Do you have anybody here that has any questions or comments then regarding the request to enter into a lease with Stoops for a vehicle? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
I move we approve.
And I will second. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Larry Delk with the Muncie Fire Department presenting street collection dates and locations for 2000.
Good morning. Thank you for seeing me this morning. Larry Duck, President of Local 1348. These are collection dates. Last year and the previous years, we collected on a Thursday and Friday, just because of the way MDA had their September telethon. They currently don't do that anymore. That's why we separated it out into 6 months. And on collection on these Fridays that we have dated, May 13th, June 10th, July 15th, August 19th, September 30th, and October 21st. From 4 to 6, the time's still the same as it usually is. And then the locations, those are the collection locations where the trucks will be located and the men will be collecting. Our charities you see at the bottom are Special Olympics, Muscular Dystrophy, Toys for Tots, and then our firefighters charities. That has not changed. We are just requesting that we can have these collection dates approved.
Okay. And do you have any idea how long you've been doing this?
The 20 years I've been on, we've been doing it, so we've been collecting. So it's, but here, just this year, we've changed it to just a Friday collection for 6 different months instead of prior we were doing Thursday, Friday for 3 different months. We would do them in succession, and we were trying to change it before, but the telethon warranted us being able to turn in the money to them at that point. So that's why we changed to just the 6 Fridays. Actually makes it better on the public, so you're not hitting them a Thursday and Friday right in a row. So you're separating it out a little bit.
And have you had any major issues in the past?
No.
And the collection locations for each date are going to be these 6 locations?
Yes, correct. That is correct.
That's going to be Jackson and Madison, Memorial and Hackley, 8th Street in Batavia, 18th Street in Macedonia, Tillotson and Godman, and Walnut and Centennial.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Do we have anybody here that has any questions or comments then regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented.
I move we approve.
And I will second. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then, answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we have Cheryl Crowder with Downtown Development, presenting the St. Patrick's Day Parade application.
Good morning, Cheryl Crowder, Downtown Development. This is a parade request for March 17th at 6 p.m., beginning at the Muncie Central Fieldhouse, heading south on Walnut Street, turning east on Charles, and returning to the Fieldhouse via Mulberry Street. I am still waiting for the police chief's signature, so there's
Okay.
that.
And I know on the application, you indicated that you've had this for several years. Do you have any idea how many years you've been?
I really don't. I've been with Downtown Development for 15 years and involved since then, but I know it happened for years and years before that,
Okay.
so
And
lots
have you
was
are you
my
aware of
best.
any major issues in the past?
No, sir.
Okay. And as you already know, we normally require that the police chief sign off on this. So and I don't know of any issues, so what I might be willing to do is entertain a motion to approve this with the condition that the Muncie police chief signs off on it. And like I said, I don't believe there's going to be any issues with it, but I think I'll entertain that motion at this particular time.
I will make that motion.
And I will second. Any discussion or comment? All in favor, then answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It's been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want me to take them back upstairs?
Linda, what's the best way to do that? Because we're going to have to sign it also.
Just let me take it up there and I'll have him sign it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I'll just hold these and we'll sign them and send down your way. Next, we have an individual from Ball State University requesting a 5K race walk bike event for April 3rd, 2016.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Snook with Ball State Best Buddies, and we're
Morning.
putting a 5K walk run bike entitled "Erase the R Word," and it's going to promote inclusion for the city of Muncie. We're working with Hillcroft, Beyond I Can, and the new Arkham Hotel. So we've been personally working with the mayor, and he designed our routes for us with his office. And so right now we are requesting that the routes only be blocked when participants go through. And do you need to know the race routes, or do you guys have those on the application?
They're on the application.
Okay.
Okay. And this event is April 3rd, 2016, is that correct?
Yes.
With a rain date of April 17th,
Yes.
correct? And it begins at
2 p.m.
2 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
And have you had this in the past?
This is our second year doing it. The first year we had it at the Muncie Fairgrounds, and then the mayor is helping us to expand our event.
Okay. Did you have any major issues with the last event?
No,
You had contact with the Muncie Police Chief and the Muncie Fire Chief, is that correct?
I believe so.
And both those individuals have signed off on the application, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I believe that's all the questions I have. Is there anybody here that has any questions or comments regarding the request? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as presented,
I move we approve.
and I will second. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then, answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? They've been approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Aaron Kidder with the Mayor's Office presenting emergency demolitions for 320 South Beacon, 527 West Wilson, 424 South Proud, and 909 South Wolf.
Good morning, Aaron Kidder with the Mayor's Office.
Good morning.
The city undertook these 4 demolitions, emergency demolitions, that were brought to our attention from several complaints and calls that we got from citizens and neighbors in the neighborhood. Do you want to go through these one by one?
Sure, that'll be fine.
Okay. Do you want to take action on all of them at once, or?
I think that's what we'll do. If we can just go through them one by one, if we have questions about them, we can, I guess,
Okay.
divide it.
The first one, 527 West Wilson, foundation and the walls were caving in, and it was adjacent to a property owner that had contacted the mayor's office. She was concerned that it was going to fall over on her house. I believe you have the 2 quotes in front of you for the demolition.
Mhm. Yep. The first quote was from, this is dated July 17th, 2015, so we're talking about, the first one's from Advanced Walls and Ceilings for $22,000, and the second one is from Gibbs Construction for $24,800. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm assuming on each one of these, you're going to request that we take the lowest quote on them. Is that correct?
Correct.
Approve the lowest quote?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, there weren't any extenuating circumstances that would
Okay.
want us to go outside.
And I'm sorry, you indicated on this particular one that the foundation was, you got a call from a neighbor?
Yeah, the neighbor that was adjacent, the property, or the structures were so close together, that she was afraid that it was gonna collapse on her house.
Okay. All right. And the next one?
Next one, 424 South Proud. Again, you have 2 quotes there. I believe this property is one that has been in and out of our unsafe building lists, and has been taken on and off throughout the years. Again, similar situation. The foundation and the structure itself was just unstable and collapsing. The 2 quotes you have in front of you, the first one from Advanced Walls and Ceilings for $19,500. The second one from Gibbs Construction for $21,850.
Okay. And you also had attached a chronological case summary for a Muncie City Court case that was associated with this address, is that correct?
Correct. I just made copies of all the property files.
And it looks like in 2005, the house was ordered to be demolished,
Correct.
is that correct? And
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this particular case, the condition obviously was bad enough in 2005 that it was ordered to be demolished. Do you believe that it got any better? Did you have anybody, report that there was work performed on it, or?
No, not since 2005. As what happens with some of the properties that are slated on the CDBG demo, sometimes they move in and out. depending on, the priorities of the administration and the available funding.
Okay. So you believe an emergency existed on that one as well?
Correct.
Okay. And the next one?
Next, we have 320 South Beacon.
Excuse me.
This is one that went, there was a structure fire, it looks like in 2013. Again, it was brought to the mayor's attention. And again, it was deemed unsafe. The two quotes you have in front of you, again, advanced walls and ceilings, $19,500. The second one from Gibbs Construction for $19,800.
Okay. And on this one, you also had attached is that the fire run report?
Yeah, that's the fire report, or the incident report,
And that was on 9/17/2013.
2013, correct.
And these quotes were given August of 2015, is that correct?
Yeah, correct. I should note that these demolitions did take place at the latter half of last year.
Okay. And as you indicated, this house was damaged pretty substantially.
Yeah, from
By
the structure
fire.
fire.
Okay. Do you believe an emergency existed with regard to this one as well?
Correct.
Okay. And you have the last one.
Last one. 909 South Wolf, again, similar incidents, fire, I believe this fire was in 2015, which resulted in significant structural damage. The two quotes you have in front of you, advanced walls and ceilings, $21,500, the second one being $23,600 from Gibbs Construction.
And as you indicated, this fire occurred on looks like January 1st, 2015.
Yes,
And in the report, it was pretty substantial damage to that as well.
correct,
That'd be correct?
yeah.
Indicates in the report when they showed up, heavy fire showing approximately 50% of the house or the structure was in flame at that particular time.
Yeah, I actually remember this fire.
Okay. And you're requesting that we find an emergency with regard to this,
Correct,
due to the nature of the structure, danger to the children in the neighborhood or people in the area?
yeah,
That'd be correct.
yeah, the result of the fire made it uninhabitable.
Okay. I see on these things that there's no amount or anything like that for either permits, and I know it's been the past practice of the city of Muncie that they don't require permits. They don't require permits to be paid when the city's doing the work, simply because they'll be just paying themselves, it's going from one account to another. And no permits were issued for these demolitions. Do you think it'd be a good idea in the future that, I don't think that we need to charge the city of Muncie for, for their own demolition type thing, that just move from one account to another and the extra paperwork and so on associated with it?
Yeah, historically speaking, the city doesn't charge itself for permits.
Do you think it'd be a good idea if we can speak with whomever and request that at least the permits be issued? So at least there's more of a paper trail?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay. With regard to all four of these, though, two of them, the fire which destroyed or damaged the property beyond repair, I'm assuming, is that correct?
Correct.
That would create then a danger to the individuals in the neighborhood, children in the neighborhood, and so on. One fire was in January 2015, the other one was, I forget the date. September 17th,
13th.
2013. The other structure, the 424 South Proud, had already been deemed to be demolished in 2005. And the one at 527 West Wilson is the address that you indicated had been leaning towards the neighbor's house, and danger not only to that residence, but other individuals in the neighborhood if they happen to be in the area.
Correct.
So your request that we find an emergency on all four of these, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anybody here that has any questions or comments then regarding the request?
Good afternoon, or good morning. Audrey Jones, City Controller. I just wanted to make you guys aware that, and I can't remember the date, so I apologize, but back in October, the contractor contacted me and let me know that there was some issues with the addresses on some invoicing that had been done for these properties. And at that time, I made them aware that I cannot change anything on our accounting system as far as uploading the invoices, but I would need copies of the invoices that stated that the addresses were wrong so I could put that within their file, which I have done. So I just want to make you guys aware that at some point in October that there was some discrepancy on the addresses that I was made aware of.
Okay. Do you know if, has anybody else asked you about these addresses or if they are correct or incorrect?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else that has any questions or comments then regarding the request? Then what I'll do is entertain a motion to agree that the 4 buildings needed to be removed on an emergency basis. 2 quotes have been received, and then approve the lowest quote on each one of the structures.
I'll make that motion.
And I will second. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor then, answer by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? They've been approved.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That ends the items on the agenda today. Is there anybody here that would like to address the Board of Works? Then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn,
I move we adjourn.
and I will second. All those in favor, answer by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? We're in adjournment. Thank you.